What is up, guys? Bobby here from I'm the One, AJ Tyus. Um, could you introduce yourself, AJ?
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is AJ Tyus, aka lead guitarist for Machine Gun Kelly in the 19XX experience.
So, how are you doing today, AJ?
Great, man. I'm great. It's a little rainy today, but, it's cool.
This is probably a question you've gotten a lot, but what made you pick up your first guitar?
Jimi Hendrix. I'll have to say Jimi Hendrix. I had bought a greatest of CD of Jimi Hendrix. Like, always saw him in, like, pop culture and stuff on The Simpsons and just a bunch of different TV shows, the references. So I picked up a copy of his greatest hits and listened to it and was like, whoa, I think I can get with this. And then I bought my first guitar, or my parents bought it, and just started practicing and went from there.
How old were you whenever that happened?
That was at the age of 13.
Oh. So you just got off the road, right?
Yes.
What's a normal daily basis of on the road? Like, how does it go, normal daily basis?
Day to day, well, this is my daily routine. Wake up, brush my teeth, go inside the venue, check out the venue, see what we got there. You know, different venues have different amenities, like some venues have showers, some venues have really dope green rooms, some venues have really small green rooms with one toilet in them behind a curtain. So I go and check out the venue, see how much time I have before sound check, which is around the same time every day. And then I don't know, it depends on what city I'm in. If I'm in like a city that doesn't really have too much going on, might go back to the bus, play a little Xbox, or practice, for the show coming up. Or if it is like a super dope city with like a bunch going on and the weather's not bad, then, maybe go around the town a little and do some sightseeing. And then from there, you got sound check, and then dinner, and then a short period of time in between dinner and the actual show. And that's when I pretty much get my head right, get my head together, get my head in the game for the show coming up, and then it's showtime. Play the show, chill out after the show, and go to sleep. That's pretty much every day.
How they approach you to be a part of the band?
At the time, this was during the Black Flag times, when that mixtape came out.
Yeah.
I had a friend in California, he played guitar, and they had actually approached him first to fill in and do some shows with him. They was making an addition to the band, because they may have had a guitar player or was using one. I don't know what it was, but they was making an addition, and he couldn't do it, and so he hit me up, and me being from Cleveland, he figured like, oh, that's my homie. He's already there. Y'all both from Cleveland, so that'll fit out and work out for everybody. So I got the call, and that's how it happened.
How was your first show? Were you nervous, or like, how was it, your first show ever?
I had played with some other people before, Kales, but my first show with Kales, I didn't know what to expect. There was definitely nerve, I was nervous. It was a new stage. I had never played a show with these guys before, and I didn't know what to expect, so the nerves were involved. But it turned out being a great show. It was a great show, and I during that first show, I would find myself like looking around, like, "Whoa, this is crazy," you know. Just that's a crazy show to be at, you know.
I asked you how life was on tour, but how is life whenever you're off tour?
When I'm off tour, I'm full-time dad, pretty much. You know, I got 2 sons. I take care of them while my wife goes to school, and that's pretty much it. I play around town sometimes here in Cleveland. I play at a few different spots around the city, you know, just to keep my chops up and pick up a little cash.
How is your friendship with all the other individual band members?
Oh, my friendship, I feel like it's pretty much neutral between everybody, you know. Like we're pals, you know. Even like outside of the music, we joke around, we kid around. We make sure everybody's good, you know. Checking up, making sure everybody's great, even when we're not together, you know. I would say it's great, healthy relationships and friendships between all of us.
I know that you're a really good guitar player, and do you have like any other talents that nobody knows about?
She does pretty well. Yeah, I like to go to the range a lot. You know what? I left that out during that earlier section where you asked me what I do when I'm at home. So yeah, I go to the range a lot and practice shooting a lot.
Yeah. How was it growing up in a city like Cleveland? I know it's like it's one of the most dangerous cities in the United States. How was it?
Growing up in Cleveland is for me it was cool because like it's a dangerous city, but most of that stuff it doesn't cross borders. You know, it doesn't go from neighborhoods. It's not like one big bad place. It's like the bad stuff happens in the bad neighborhoods. And, you know, and even in some of those bad neighborhoods, it's not that bad. Like I grew up in a nicer neighborhood, but there was still violence around, you know, and other than that, it was a good experience. It's a great place. It had a lot of activities to do as a child. You know, back then before video games and everybody was stuck in the house. You know, so it's pretty sweet growing up. And we had like a lot of. It was a good hip hop culture here too, and there were various artists. No, not even just hip hop. In all music, it's various artists from Cleveland that make good music, and it was an honor to grow up during those times and hear people from where I was, from this little city where I'm from, this little big city from where I'm from, and they get national attention via like radio and videos and TV. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, Alpha Omega Tour. I remember in the beginning, Kels fell and busted his face on a car, right?
Yes.
How was it playing through those shows of him healing? Because I know that he didn't just stop. He actually went out there and did it. How was it playing through those shows?
It was really rough to see your brother in so much pain when we should be enjoying some of the biggest shows of our lives, you know. And it was a little rough, but you know he's the gunner and he bounced back really, really quick, you know, and he got through it, made it happen. And they were still the best shows of our lives, you know, thus far.
Yeah. Have you met, like, Who all have you met during this process since like 2000? I think it was 2014 whenever you got put on, or 2013.
Yes, yes.
How was it meeting all these new faces? You probably met a lot of known faces too, like people that are pretty well off. How was it?
Oh, it's great, man. Like you said, you just meet a lot of people, and a lot of relevant people that are still doing stuff, and not just people that did stuff a long time ago and are just around. Specifically, relatively when I was new, I believe the first person that I met with Kales was Steve O. We was at our hotel room and he just came. Kales knocked on the door. I was like, "Yo, man, my homie's here. Y'all room the only one that don't smell like weed, so you gonna come chill in here?" And it was Steve O. Like, he just walked in. "What's up, dude? I'm Steve." You know, it was just cool. Like, holy shit, fucking Steve O.
That night, now that you bring it up, Steve-O was in there. Was there any crazy stuff that went down that night?
He had planned to set himself on fire, but because we were at the House of Blues, that woman went over too well. You know, we want to keep the relationship open with the House of Blues, you know. So, that night he dressed up in a robe and walked out on stage during Wild Boy. Nobody knew who he was. Then he introduced the song and the place went crazy.
What's your most, what's the show that you'll remember the most so far?
Oh, man, that's a good one. Probably an early show because we didn't drink. No, my most memorable show thus far would have to be in Czech Republic. The most memorable. I won't say my best show, but definitely my most memorable show. I can still remember every note that I played, and that was a year ago.
Well, all right. That's all the time I have for today. Is there anything you want to shout out?
I want to shout out Paul Reed Smith Guitars for giving me some of the greatest instruments and making the greatest guitars that money can buy. And I want to thank, of course, the EST family and everybody that's listening. And everybody just lace up, you know, and keep that shit rolling.
All right. That's all the time we have for today, guys. If you want to check him out, his Instagram will be in the bio, and peace.